Hello, welcome to Lost and Found. This is Wednesday's Word. Okay, so I'm going to preface this with two things. One, the Lord has been impressing upon me the number 27 for about 2 weeks now. So I was eagerly anticipating the revelation of 27. And today is the 27th, and I had a strong inclination that he was going to reveal revelation to me today. A few nights ago, I received a dream, and in that dream, I was on stage competing in, I guess, some sort of pageant. And I was there with a bunch of other older people, and then there was younger people. It was throughout the generations. We're all going on stage to compete in this pageant. Me, along with the other older generations, were asked, no hard feelings, asked to step off stage, and that the winners in this particular pageant were my daughter, who is 8, and then another young lady that I know who is 18. And then he had shown that we that were not picked were to then take these younger people around the city and show them, how to live. So, okay, that prefaces the revelation that I have now received, the Lord has put together for me. So here we are on the 27th day of May, which I believe we are all anticipating and know that a shift is coming with Pentecost right on the horizon. And what I believe the Lord is showing me to share with you is this. 27 is to be broken down and translated to be the preaching of the gospel and the ministry of salvation. So this is getting back to the grassroots, right, of what we are to preach and live as Christians. And that is the ministry of Jesus Christ in the gospel and the salvation of souls. And I have had a feeling this correlates with getting back to a Billy Graham type ministry where you're just preaching purely the gospel, nothing added, no sugar, no spice, no extra nice, just the pure, true words of the gospel. And then he brought me to look at what I seen in my dream, the people that were being raised up. And that is Generation Z. Generation Z is ages from 8 to 23. This is a newly classified generation, as they're still very young and there's still so much more to learn about and investigate as they get older. But what we do know so far is they are the most diverse generation, and they're also going to be the most highly educated generation. They also have grown up purely in the media age that we are now in, so they instinctively understand media and how to use that for the greater good, or not, but in this case, for our Gen Zers that we'll be responsible for, will be for the greater good, for God's glory. And now Z in the English alphabet is the last letter, so it's completion of one era, how he's showing me, okay? So it's all the culmination of all the other generations. They will be sitting on the shoulders of all the other generations to usher in a new era and a new way of ministering and activating and walking in the gospel ministry. Zan Z-A-Y-I-N is the 7th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. And 7, as we know, is the number of completion. So Generation Z is completing one era and starting new. And us, in the previous generations, have a responsibility to raise this generation up so they can operate purely and demonstrate the works that we've seen in the Gospels. Now, Jesus said, greater works we will do. And with the age that we are in, media, how easily information is at our fingertips, how quickly that can spread, that the message will be preached to all nations and all tongues, is now coming to fruition. And on our shoulders will be Generation Z, to see the culmination of all that's been plowed and to raise up this end-time army for the Lord. This is a very pivotal time as we take this creative, ambitious, intelligent, media-savvy generation and give them the tools and the keys to the kingdom and allow them to explode, to spread the word throughout the nations. So this is the word of the Lord, and this is Wednesday's word. I do words like this every Wednesday, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do either a talk on Tuesdays and an everyday living fun bit on Thursdays. Every other Friday, I do a Freestyle Friday, which is some kind of creative spoken word, poem, art, whatever it is that the Lord brings for me to share. I'm sharing this with you, and I hope that you share your feedback with me. If you like this, like and subscribe, and I will see you all very soon.